Her badge simply identified her as Ashley Thompson, age 25. Scuffed tennis shoes, faded hoodie, and a history that left little space for dreams. As she stepped into that boardroom, time seemed to stand still. High above Denver's skyline, on the 41st level of Powell Plaza, the conference space sat wrapped in thick tension. Winter sunlight pierced the floor-to-ceiling windows, dancing across the polished obsidian table where fortunes were made and broken. Jonathan Sterling, the visionary behind Sterling Center, tech-gripped his signature pen tightly. Before him lay the paperwork for a partnership with Carrington Dynamics, a Texas-based energy powerhouse. This agreement would bring unprecedented returns. His hand moved toward the page. Then the door burst wide, and a sharp declaration cut through the stillness. Sign that document, and you'll be ruined. Standing at the entrance was a woman with raven hair pulled back, clutching a manila folder. Her words came out steady and clear. Look at section 18.4 on the 23rd page. The language there places every bit of liability for potential damages squarely on your shoulders. Carrington Dynamics can walk away whenever they choose, completely unscathed. Every executive's head whipped around. Mary Sterling, Jonathan's spouse, gasped indignantly. Who does she think she is? What gives her the right to interrupt? But Jonathan kept his gaze locked on Ashley. He set down his pen and lifted his palm, commanding silence from the room. Let me see what you've found. Ashley approached and laid the printed pages before him. One particular clause glowed under yellow highlighter, a detail that an army of high-priced attorneys had somehow overlooked. This is intentional. Buried the language cleverly, but what it really does is transfer complete accountability to Sterling Synertech. Should anything collapse, you're holding all the risk. They escape without a scratch. Mary's voice came out barely above a whisper. Our legal team is the finest money can buy. But phones and tablets throughout the room were already lighting up with notifications. Alan Cooper, serving as chief financial officer, was first to confirm she's absolutely correct. This fundamentally shifts who bears the legal exposure. A representative from Carrington Dynamics scoffed dismissively. This is ridiculous. Oh, you're actually going to take advice from your janitorial staff? Ashley responded without missing a beat, her voice composed. Janitorial staff who graduated with a law degree from the University of Colorado. I simply couldn't stand by and watch this happen. Profound hush settled over everyone present. Then Jonathan gave a slight nod of acknowledgement. I appreciate what you've done, Miss Thompson. You're dismissed. Ashley returned the gesture and exited, acutely aware that each footstep marked a turning point. She understood that nothing would ever be the same. 20-4 hours later, Ashley received a summons to the executive level. Just the previous morning, she'd been invisible someone who emptied trash bins and wiped down surfaces. Now she was being asked to report to the CEO's private office. Following the termination of the Carrington Dynamics arrangement, Jonathan Sterling had personally examined every line of that contract. He came to understand just how catastrophic the oversight had been, one that every expert missed except for her. He pulled her personnel records, reviewed her academic transcripts and credentials, and recognized this wasn't simply some random person pushing a mop cart. This was a trained legal mind with exceptional analytical abilities. That very morning, she received a formal offer. General counsel at Sterling Synertech. No trial period required, no bureaucratic red tape. This moment launched an entirely new era, not just for Ashley, but for everyone at the company. Ashley's days of scrubbing floors were over. She was the one putting her name on agreements rather than removing fingerprints from their copies. What an incredible journey, my friends. If this story moved you, show your support with a thumbs up and join our community. We've got so many more inspiring stories coming your way.